to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Have you ever questioned the world around you? Secret societies, UFOs, hidden agendas, cover-ups that stretch back decades. Join us as we follow the clues and dig deeper than ever before. This is Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, where conspiracy theories come to life. Tune in if you dare. Visit rabbitholepodcast.com and subscribe on YouTube for free today.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing here tonight? Well, we are here for the Bullring. Who's excited to see some crazy action here? This is the Average Joe's Sim Racing League, the mini stock, and we're going to see some crazy action going on here tonight. We have not, I think I've only really broadcast in one league that was in the mini stocks. Other than that, mini stocks are kind of a new area. You know, these are one of those cars that a lot of people don't really race with, and it's so amazing to be able to come out here and watch some crazy action with these mini stocks. And we're at a track that is very small. It's only 0.34 miles long, the Bullring, and I'm kind of excited to see how these drivers are going to take on this track. You know, it's going to be one of those, where do you give and take? Do you give and take here, or do you kind of, you know, where do you want to? Can you go side by side? We've seen during this practice, while I've been watching, a lot of drivers have been racing side by side here. But the tricky part is trying to make the moves coming out of the corner to hold it, you know, and trying to keep it side by side. So we're going to go down on the track real quick, see how everybody's doing out there, and watch some crazy action, because this is what we're seeing right now. The 6 and the 3 are battling out here while we are looking over the track. And this Cheetos and the Budweiser, that's a good combination right there. Battling pretty hard, going, you know, side by side for quite a while. So it looks like right now the 6, during this practice session, has able to pull away here. But, you know, the biggest thing, you don't want to get into those marbles all the way up to the outside of the wall, like we always say in dirt track, towards the roof. You do not want to be towards that roof and make a mistake. Ooh, man, oh man. So right now we got 14 drivers here so far. Blake right now in the number 9, he is the fastest during the practice session, a 16.545 here so far. We got Jonathan right now holding on to second and Douglas in third. We'll pull up our scoreboard here in just a quick second, see where kind of everybody's at during this practice session and where, what we might see during the qualifying. Alrighty, I'll see if I can actually too. We'll try to get our post-race shows in after this race too, to see how all these drivers are doing and what it takes to get themselves in a very good spot. But right now, let's see if we can pull up Blake real quick. Hey Blake, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
All right, not much, bud. Seeing you right now, the fastest during this practice session at this moment with a 16.4545 for the practice. How is the car handling out here for you tonight?
Not too bad, actually, but problem is the race.
Yeah, that's always going to be the fun part, especially when you get all you drivers together and knowing the tricky part. When you're out there a little bit, though, kind of what's going through your mind. Is it going to be very hard to try to make these passes for you tonight?
So far it hasn't been too hard in the practice. I'm just kind of focusing on hitting my marks and trying to hit my line and just avoiding cars.
I agree. That's going to be probably the hardest. At least you guys have one fast repair tonight, so if something major happens or get collected in one of those things, because I feel like what the biggest issue I've noticed here at the Bullring, once you come out of the corner and you hit that wall, man, that wall just wants to ricochet you off, and that's where I think a lot of drivers are going to have issues, is the ricochet and getting into other people.
Yeah, this is my first time on this track, so I'm hoping being naive is going to be a benefit here today.
Heck yeah, bud. Well, being the first time here and you're already putting down some quick times, I'm excited to see what you have in store for us during the race here tonight. But I want to wish you luck. Before we go green flag racing tonight, who do you got to give a big shout out to?
Oh, my wife, she's been watching every single race and starting to get into it now. At first she kind of was annoyed, and now she's kind of getting into it, so that's always a plus.
That is always definitely a plus. Well, bud, I'm going to throw you back down. I kind of forgot what channel you were in. What channel were you in?
Oh, hammer down.
All right, hammer down motorsports, bud. Well, good luck. Have some fun, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Thank you. All right, that is Blake there tonight. We got 3 minutes of practice left, and then we go into some qualifying times here tonight to see how everybody's doing. I see quite a few out there watching tonight. Good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing very well out here. We also have another driver out here, Jason, rushing right now. Let's see if we can, what kind of cool factor. Let's pull him up real quick, see how he's doing, if we can find him. Hey, Jay, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Well, you kind of just pop right up on I was talking to Blake just a second ago, and bam, get yourself right up on the top of the leaderboard here in practice. Great time, a 16.507.
Yeah, I don't know if I got lucky. I'm going to attribute it to all the rubber that these guys are putting down, because I've been putting the practice laps in and putting some decent lap times down. The track's getting rubbered up, and I was able to kind of dive it down in there low, and I wasn't expecting to be the top time, but I knew I was at least, 15 to the good. So we'll see if we can translate that over to an actual race.
Heck yeah, that'll be very exciting. Looking going into this race, you got 15 drivers here so far tonight. Looking at how this track is, how right now track temperature is about 82 degrees out on the track. What do you think is going to be the most challenging part for you tonight?
Man, really, I think it's going to be navigating through the field. We could tell by practice that passing these cars, it's what the driver's been saying, it's a one-lane track. So if you can get inside of them, you might have a chance, but passing is going to be the big deal. That's going to be the ticket tonight, and really starting up front.
Heck yeah. Well, bud, who do you got to give a big shout out to before we go green flag racing here tonight?
Oh, definitely all my Rabbit Hole Motorsports guys. You know, they've put in the work all week. Got me a solid car ready to go. We appreciate you coming on and broadcasting this thing last minute. Brian Cook watching at home. He wishes he could wheel one of these four bangers, but he can sit at home and watch, and we'll do it for him.
Heck yeah. Well, buddy, good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you in our post-race show of the night and have some fun. And let's see if we can talk to you in Victory Lane.
All right, man. Have a good one. Let's have some fun.
Alrighty, that is Jason right there tonight in the rabbithole.podcast.com machine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We got about 22 seconds left. It's a little cool feature we have for our drivers, able to show some of their rigs or see some of the drivers out there, and that's what we like to, kind of throw out there. But, we got to give our big shout-outs of the night here tonight to all of our sponsors here, week in and week out. And one of them is going to be Dubby. If you want to get yourself some Dubby out there tonight, if you go down to their website, you can get you some ordered. If you use code REDLINE, you can get yourself 10% off. And they have multiple different flavors. They have green apple and all sorts of different fruits. We appreciate Debbie coming on board here. Also, to Barbecue Bee Sauce. If you want some delicious barbecue sauce, head on over their Facebook or website, or even on Amazon. If you want to get you some, they have multiple different flavors. All good for all sorts of different types of meats. So we definitely want to thank Barbecue Bee Sauce coming on board here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's time for our qualifying time here tonight. Let's go down on the track. Let's see what's going on, how they're doing, and what it takes to get themselves on the pole here tonight. Right now we hit on board with the 22 of Daniel, heading out on the track here to try to get his time in here in just a quick second. Let's see what he has in store for us tonight. Right now you can see the 45 putting himself a 16.705 on the leaderboard right now as the pole. But Blake in the number 9 putting himself now on the pole here. Let's go on board with Steven in the 51, getting ready to get his lap time started. We also have Robert Jean in the 00 here tonight. We have Sean out there in the 018. Right now, Brandon Carter putting himself on top of the leaderboard of 16.473 here tonight. We got Willie Smith right now in the getting ready to leave pit road in this Cheetos machine. That's making me hungry here up in the booth, trying to think, man, do I want some Cheetos or not? But why not? We can have some Cheetos and have some Budweiser and have a good old time. Right now on board here with the 78 of Jason. He's getting ready to get situated, get him going. We're on board with now the number 79 of Jay. Let's see what he can do right now. Brandon Carter still holding on to your pole with a 16.473. Stephen Blevins right now in the 51. Looks like he's going to hold on to second place. Willie Smith putting himself up to 8th place at this number 3. That is a 16.704. Jonathan right now in the 21 out there on the track on the snap-on machine. Let's see what he could do here. Currently coming out of turn number 4, coming to the line, getting ready to cross it, and that is going to put down a lap time of 16.982. That's going to put him up to 13th place here at this moment of time. And that is going to be everybody through your field here before we go green flag racing here tonight. But look at the small track. The lights are on here at the Bullring. We are nighttime racing, and that's what's going to be always fun, is knowing that, hey, it's going to be a night crazy race. You see right now a couple fans out there in the grandstands waiting for the race to start. It is now getting ready to get our gridding session of the night here tonight. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through the starting grid here, starting in row number 1. Let's get down there on the track and see where everybody's at. Starting row number 1, we do have Brandon and Willie. In row number 2, we have Steven and Blake. In row number 3, we have Austin and John. In row number 4, we have Jason and Joshua. In row number 5, we have Robert and Mike. In row number 6, we have Daniel and Douglas. In row number 7, we have Jonathan and Sean. And last but not least, in row number 8, we have Jay. That is your starting grid here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see that pace car take off here in just a little bit, and then it's time to go and have some fun green flag racing here tonight. Who's got what it takes? Who's got that perfect start? Especially in row number 1. Brandon and Willie going to be taking that green flag. Who's going to get the perfect start? But the other thing, who's going to be eating the bologna sandwich tonight? And it's tricky. You got to time those restarts just right, especially if you're on the high line waiting for the leader to take off. If you don't time it just right, ooh, man, you are a sitting duck and you have a traffic jam right behind you. And that can definitely hurt quite a bit of people due to the fact of that. So we'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, let's go. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Have you ever questioned the world around you? Secret societies, UFOs, hidden agendas, cover-ups that stretch back decades. Join us as we follow the clues and dig deeper than ever before. This is Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, where conspiracy theories come to life. Tune in if you dare. Visit rabbitholepodcast.com and subscribe on YouTube for free today.
I do apologize. Some reason my mics were not calculating that I was broadcasting. I do apologize for that. Been talking this whole time and it's been quiet. That is my fault here. Jonathan right now holding on to 11th. In 12th place, we have Douglas Ivy in the number 6. Sean right now in the number 18 holding on to 13th place. Brandon Carter right now in the number 93 holding on to first place. Still holding on to your lead. He has led quite a few laps so far. Let's see how many laps can he lead through the field here tonight. Willie Smith holding on to second place in that number 3. Stephen Blevins in third place in that 51. We have Blake right now in that number 9 holding on to 4th. Having a good run in that Dodge, trying to catch up here to the 51. The gap right now about a 0.3 second gap here at this moment of time. Let me know definitely in the chat if there's issues out there and you notice something coming up. I do apologize for the issues there on my side of things. That is definitely a rookie mistake that I have did there, and I do want to say a big apology on that situation there. The number 1 of John Sheen right now in the number 7 holding on. Number 1 holding on to 7th. I apologize. I was looking at his last lap of 16.934. He's almost about 0.125 difference between Brandon, and that would be from 1st to 7th place. So not too far off the pace right now. We have completed 20 laps, 91 laps to go here at this moment of time. Willie Smith right now holding on to second place. I was looking at about a half a second back from your leader. Last lap Willie Smith did was a 16.8, where Brandon Carter was a 16.7. That is the difference between first and second place. All starting to become really spread out now. There's a lot of different gaps. The closest gap right now is about a 0.2 second, and that is between Jason Rushing and John Sheen right now from 7th and 8th place. Let's watch this battle and go on board here with Jason on the roof cam here, watching. Let's see if he can make that pass. Looks like Jason right now kind of having a little bit of that internet connection. We had to hop off the roof cam there. That we always like to say when we see cars blinking, that dang McDonald's Wi-Fi out there tonight. It's one of those those fun little jokes that we like to do. You love technology. You love how internet can be. It can always be a pain. Right now, Douglas Ivy right now is currently holding on in that number 6 machine. He's got some company right behind him. That's going to be Jonathan in the 21. But Jonathan has the double low and the 22 right there, right behind him. They are looking. That snap-on machine looks like he may have to keep rolling away, try to catch up to that number 6 to keep going. But the pass right now between Mike and Jason have a good battle going on between both of these drivers. Looks like right now the 78 of Jason is taking the high line around, the 17 taking the low line. Looks like Mike might have this position passed, and he does. That is now going to take that position away from Jason. Well, let's see if Jason can fight right back and make a move here once again. Back up front, though, about a 0.4 second gap now. Besides that 0.5, Willie has closed it in here now to your leader, now down to a 0.3 and closing. Go on board here with Willie. You can see the different corners in each driver has. Actually, we're going on the driver point of view here. What it looks like him on this helmet cam. You can see how much he's using the wheel and how well you can listen in. I'll have you listen with the braking and the gas pedal, how much he gets on it when he gets on it here this time. So let's see, coming across the line, let's watch for a lap and see what he does. Gets almost revved all the way up into the corner. Gets back on the gas about midway in the corner. They're back going. He's down to a .349. You can see he gets closer and closer into the corners, but it looks like from what we're seeing, Brandon's got the good run off the corners, and that's where he's making these passes. Not passes, but the pullaways. I apologize. Rookie mistakes around here, getting back into it. It's been gone for quite some time due to some health issues, and back at it, and it feels good to be back in the booth and giving y'all something to watch. And you know, when I say that, I want to give a big shout out to all the fans out there watching week in and week out. We can't thank you enough for everybody to be able to allow these drivers to come out for a couple hours of their night to be able to give us something to produce, and we can't thank them enough for that. So thank you so much, everybody. We definitely want to thank the families, the loved ones, and the friends. All right now Brandon has got a little bit more company. Here comes, and while we see Brandon trying to get some lap traffic, that's going to be the 18 of Sean. He's going to take the inside line and try to make the pass, and this is going to put Sean one lap down now. So we have only 2 cars a lap down. That is between Sean and Jay for 14th and 15th place. 13 drivers on the lead lap here at the moment of time. And we probably will see Brandon catching up to more drivers here in just a little bit. You see right crossing the line there going into turn number 1. That is going to be Daniel. Looking all the way right now on the nose. Show you how close these cars get all the way down to the apron. You can see now going to try to make the pass on the 79 to the corner panel to the door. Almost there. Here he is, the number 3, closing it in also. Lap traffic, definitely not to what Brandon's wanting to see. Ooh, touching the wall, grinding here tonight at the Bullring. All brought to you by the Red Line Racing Network. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow here on our Facebook side of things. You can get all of your updates on all the leagues, the points, and anything that is coming up or things that are happening. Also, if you head on to our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we have another broadcaster on there. His name is Matt. He is also broadcasting on different nights for some of his leagues. So if you want some more entertainment, head over there. You can watch Matt give some great commentating. All right, Willie Smith right now as your lead. He got around Brandon there for the lead, and he is trying to make something happen. But Brandon's got the fastest lap out here tonight, and that was on lap 7. He's the fastest driver so far. Our biggest mover of the night here is going to be 3 positions right now, and that is going to be Mike Presley in the number 17, holding on to 7th place. He's your biggest mover of the night here so far tonight. The 17 right now has got some company from the 78, though. That is Jason Rushing, rushing through the field. Let's see if he can get around the 17 here and make that pass. 17 grinding against the wall. All right, while we were looking away, I was trying to talk about our calendar, and I didn't realize while I was talking with the mic being muted, we are going to October 27th to Charlotte Motor Speedway. On November 3rd, we're going to Concord. On November 10th, we're going to be going to Bristol Motor Speedway. November 17th, we're going to Myrtle Beach. And November 24th, we're going to Martinsville Speedway. That is everything from October to November as of right now. That's always fun to see different things at different times happening. Alrighty, 46 laps out of 110. We have 65 laps to go here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, we're going to do our side-by-side and watch these drivers go by while we watch some of our commercials. We will be right back.
Have you ever questioned the world around you? Secret societies, UFOs, hidden agendas, cover-ups that stretch back decades. Join us as we follow the clues and dig deeper than ever before. This is Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, where conspiracy theories come to life. Tune in if you dare. Visit rabbitholepodcast.com and subscribe on YouTube for free today.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come to my family at Delta Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires.
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
All right, while we were on commercial break there, I did see, I believe that was Mike Presley, got a little contact into the corner there, getting a little bit up the wall, up towards the wall, and unfortunately that brought him into the infield and actually brought him into the trailers. So unfortunately he brought it in and he is done for the night. Not a night he really wanted to see for that number 17 machine. Willie Smith right now still battling here with Brandon Carter in the 93. Not the 93, I apologize, the 22. Kind of messed me up. That is Daniel for a lap traffic. The cars kind of had a similarity of the white and red there. Kind of threw me off just for a quick second. But that Cheetos machine's on a mission trying to get and pull away. That's about a 0.6 second gap between first and second place. Now 45 Austin right now holding on to third place here. We are still stay single file and having a little bit kind of battling going on. I see the closest battle right now is going to be the 21. And that is for lap traffic at the moment to 22. It looks like the 22 and the 22. That'd be actually the 21 and the 22. Just have the same number on their car. Here at the moment, side by side, battling it out. And that is for 11th and 12th place. Back up front, I see a couple, I think we see somebody coming down into pit road, and that is going to be Douglas in, see where Douglas was right now. He is currently in that number 6 machine coming down in the Budweiser good looking scheme here tonight. He's going to probably get some fuel or get some damage fixed here. Willie Smith with some lap traffic and some traffic behind him, you know, kind of by lap, picking every driver at a time. He's currently now has only 6 drivers on the lead lap. 7th place of Robert Sheen being the first one lap down. But here comes Willie bringing it into pit road. Get those 4 tires and that fuel. Pit strategies have started here tonight, and that's around lap 59. Blake right now in the number 9, holding on to 2nd place. And woo, there's a little bit of collision going on there. The 45 I saw might have been involved there. That is going to be Austin going into pit road now. Black flag by Robert coming down. May have got a speeding penalty coming down into pit road there. Blake holding on to your lead right now in the number 9 with everybody coming in and out. You know, we saw a lot. You see the 6 right now, that Budweiser machine. He already came down pit road. He is currently 2 laps down. But once he gets around, that's going to put him back on 1 lap down here in just a tad little bit. Still a little bit of drivers getting situated up front and a couple drivers coming in and coming out of pit road. Kind of a parking lot going on around here with all the different strategies going on. But Blake, you see on your screen here, he is your leader. Ooh, goes a little high there, the 51 of Steven. This is a battle for first and second. Steven now trying to take the lead here, and he does. Steven now is your new leader here. The number 1, that's going to be John Sheen, currently 2 laps down, trying to get around your leaders here to get back around to 1 lap down. Everybody's wanting that lucky dog spot. Willie Smith right now currently sitting in that lucky dog spot, holding on to 4th place. Only 3 drivers have not come down pit road. They've been out there for 64 laps, and that is going to be Steven, Blake, and Joshua here at this moment. 65 laps completed here, 46 laps to go here at the Bullring. Let me know in the chat, how is everybody doing out there tonight? Would love to hear from you. Hope everything is going great out there tonight, especially being a Monday night. Kind of looking at some of these lap times at the moment. This is the comparison. Steven, 17.225. Willie Smith with those fresher tires, 16.906. Brandon Carter, 16.503. Brandon right now faster than everybody out there on the track here at the moment of time. And here comes your leader, Steven, coming down into pit road. Does not want to get a speeding penalty here at all. That's going to now allow the number 9 to take back the lead here, putting him as your leader in this Dodge machine. Let's see, you can see the number 3 also has gotten around. Willie Smith back on the lead lap, but here goes Blake down into pit road now, starting his field run, and that's on lap 69. Steven right now is also down pit road. So here in just a second, you can see Blake still as your leader at this quick second, because all the drivers are coming around. Here comes Joshua Westendorf right now, who's going to take over the lead once he gets around Blake, and he does. Now we got a new leader, the 92 of Joshua, showing us how it and what it does to take over the lead here. He's been out there for 70 laps, though. Willie Smith, let's see what he can do here. Caution out on the track here at this moment of time. We're going to have to find where the caution came from, because at this moment we are not seeing it. Kind of watching all the different action out on the track. I'm not sure. It is not showing where. Oh, there it is. I see the 45 of Austin being one of them involved. We're going to go back a little bit and see what just happened. See the 1-0 just gets in the corner panel from the 45 and wasn't able to save it. Ooh, it stops on the track, and unfortunately, bam, the 93 gets collected. The 79, ooh, I don't know if you could fit a piece of paper between both of them. That was very, very close, almost very dangerous, and that will bring out our second caution of the night here. 6 laps under caution. We've had 6 lead changes here tonight. And how they go by lead changes is you have to complete 1 full lap as leader. It doesn't count as if they kind of go back and forth from first to second place all within that lap. If you complete 1 full lap, that's how they calculate how many lead changes there are. So that's what we're seeing here tonight. Willie Smith right now as your leader up front. Your track information here, 81 degrees on the track, 76 degrees outside, 4 miles per hour southwest wind here tonight under the lights. Tonight's distance, 37 miles that we are doing here. I didn't know if I mentioned that earlier. We got 37 laps to go. You know, if you think about it, it only takes roughly about 16, 17 seconds to get around this track. That's where it gets really dicey. All right, pace car is in. Let's go back. Green flag racing here once again. 74 laps, 75 laps completed. Beautiful start by Willie Smith going into turn number 1 and number 2. Side-by-side action going on for 3rd and 4th. We have right now 6 drivers on the lead lap here at this moment, with it still being under green here. But we're right now watching on board here with Jason. Look how concentrated he is right now. Focused on that. That is one beautiful screen there. He could see from the left to the right coming on. And right now, Jason is currently holding on to 11th place, 2 laps down in that number 78 machine. He's holding on to it very well, trying to get back on the lead lap as soon as possible. Alrighty, 77 or 78 laps out of 110. 33 laps to go here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Willie Smith as your leader, side-by-side action. Brandon and Steven battling very hard up here for position. Joshua Westendorf right now in the 92, holding on to 4th. Douglas Ivy in the number 6, holding on to 5th. Rounding your top 5 here tonight. Kind of watching right now that with Brandon and Joshua, the 93, right on that back bumper. Wants to try to watch him get around the 92. And that Mountain Dew machine, can he make that move to the inside line? Will he take the air off of that back end and able to get to the inside here? I tell you, when they get close to that bottom of the apron, I can tell they get a little challenging trying to hold onto the car just a little bit. Trying to figure out the best way to get around here. Let's see if he can, while they're kind of battling really hard here, they're also closing it in here on Steven in the 51 for 2nd place. Will it become a 3-way trying to race for 2nd? Ooh, man, Brandon into the wall there. You can listen to these cars, though, man. They are revving it up just a tad, a little bit. He is looking. He is wanting to try to get close and move. See how close he is on your right, basically right there. Here's your roll. Actually, we're gonna go into. I'm gonna change this camera one more time. The gyro Euro can, like we like to say. This kind of shows you the banking that there is here at the Bullring. Not too much of a too bad of the corners, but it just has a little bit to kind of gives you a little bit of a comparison of what it looks like. And man, Brandon is trying really hard right now trying to get situated. But here's your fan cam of the night here up in the grandstands here at the Bullring. Show you what it looks like as being a fan up in the stands here watching this race happening while we watch the 93 still try to battle it out here. Here he is finally on the inside, going into the corner here. Can he hold it? Can he get it to stick side by side in? Here he is crossing the line. That time looks like Brandon was able to take away 3rd, but they are battling here side by side once again. Very hard racing. Great side-by-side action going on. Here they are into turn number 3 and 4. 93's got a nose ahead. Nose hair ahead. Here we are coming to the line. That time by the 93 is able to take that position, but here comes a little bit of a bump from the 92. Coming out of the corner, man, oh man, great racing going on here right at this moment of time. Great job. Back up front, though, for your lead, Willie Smith and Steven Blevins battling it out here also. Let's see if the 51 has anything for this number 3. Willie Smith is on fire in this Cheetos machine with just 20 laps to go to the end of this race. Man, oh man, what a night we have witnessed and we have watched. This has been phenomenal racing going on. Your top 3, 1, 2, and 3 here at this moment of time. Definitely a gap from 2nd to 3rd place here. But here with 18 to go, ladies and gentlemen, getting down to the crunch time, we're going to do our last commercial breaks of this night. We'll be right back here after this.
Have you ever questioned the world around you? Secret societies, UFOs, hidden agendas, cover-ups that stretch back decades. Join us as we follow the clues and dig deeper than ever before. This is Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, where conspiracy theories come to life. Tune in, if you dare. Visit rabbitholepodcast.com and subscribe on YouTube for free today.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
All right, that's our commercial breaks here tonight. 6 drivers on the lead lap. Willie Smith still holding on to your lead, but the 51, he is close to the back bumper there, getting closer and closer every single lap with just 10 to go. Right now, Brandon Carter currently at the moment about 1.8 seconds back from your leader here, 1.5 away from Steven. Joshua right now 1.4 away from Brandon from 3rd to 4th. Lap traffic being involved here. Here's the number 1. That is John Sheen right now. Still on the lead lap for 6th place. Trying to get back going. Let's see what he can do here tonight. 8 to go with lap traffic being involved. That's going to allow the 51 to get closer and closer here to try to get make that pass coming into and out of the corner here tonight. The 1 gets into the wall just a little bit. They're able to make the pass, but here's the 51. Look how close he's getting to the number 3 now. That is a 0.3 second gap here at this moment of time. Hope everybody is enjoying the show here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Hope you're doing very well out there. And let me know in the chat, how is it going? And how you're liking the Bullring here with the mini stocks. See the 18 right now getting closed in. This is going to be Sean for currently 1 lap down, while the 51 and the 3 have battling out very well and very hard right now at this moment of time. 51 is right at that back bumper. Let's go on board here with Steven on the roof cam right now. Watch him closing it in on the flaming hot Cheetos. Number 3 machine. Tell how hard he is pushing it here at this moment in time. Look at his wheel work right now. Very well on the brake, well on the gas pedal, coming it in. You see the different braking points that from the 3 and the 51 have at this moment, with more lap traffic coming involved here. And this is where it's going to get crazier, because there's 3 of them that they're going to be having. But we only got 2 laps to go, and it's getting close to the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually 1 lap to go. White flag out in the air here tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't the 51 have anything? He's going to take the high line. Can he get it to stick? Can he hold it? Can he do it here? Gets into the wall. And Reagan bringing it to the checkered flag here. Willie Smith as your race winner. Stephen Blevins in 2nd. Brandon Carter in 3rd for your 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations to all top 3 and all the whole field here. We ended up with 5 drivers on the lead lap for a small track race here tonight. What a race. What a night. What a fun time we have just witnessed here tonight. Give a big shout out to all these drivers able to bring it home. So we're going to see him burn it out here while we're getting our post-race show of the night here tonight. Wait for some of these drivers to get situated, and we'll have a chance to chit-chat with them here in just a quick second. But we're going to actually pause it before, and we'll finish his post-race show celebration here in just a quick moment. We're just going to try to get these drivers real quick before they step away. But how is everybody doing? And let me know in the chat, how is it feeling seeing the crazy, awesome racing we just witnessed? All right, so let's get a couple of these drivers, see if we see them down here and how they're doing. Let's see if I can find Brandon, if Brandon's out there. I see Willie Smith currently out here tonight. Can't pull him at the moment. Let's see Stephen Blevins at this moment. Oh, we do have Stephen. Sorry for the issues here, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get situated, trying to get some of these drivers pulled up. All right, let's see if I can find Brandon real quick. If not, I don't see him out here at the second. Let's talk to Steven. Hey, Steven, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, man, I got you. What's going on?
All right, bud. Able to bring home a P2 out of the deal here tonight. Congratulations, bud. How are you feeling here?
Pretty good, man. Just trying to keep up with Willie there. The only way I was going to get by him, I think, is if I dumped him, and I can't do that.
You're definitely watching you. We were getting on the roof cam of you, watching the battles between you and him, and you were getting closer and closer. We were watching the different breaking points you guys had, and man, it's just that lap traffic. I was wondering if it was going to be a kind of a help for you to try to get closer, and it did. But from what it looks like, I'm going to say this track is hard for you guys to try to make these passes tonight.
Yeah, then we were just so even. Like I'd get close to him, he'd pull back away. I'd get close to him, he'd pull back away. It's just back and forth. So.
Well, it was
Yeah.
definitely fun to
fun,
watch.
Though.
You guys, and you gave us a great show up here in the booth to watch, and the battles, the respect. Like you said, you could have wrecked him, but the respect there, able to get even. You got a podium position out of the deal, and hopefully maybe next week you'll bring home one spot better and get yourself in the victory lane.
Yep, we'll try it again.
Well, but who do you got to give a big shout out to that made this machine possible here tonight?
Man, just the team, the Queen City. I guess I'm the only one here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys for putting on the broadcast and everybody hosting up the league.
Heck yeah. Well, Steven, have a great night. Stay safe out there, bud, and we'll see you later on.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, that is your second place finisher there. We're going to kind of go back and forth a little bit, go to our third place finisher now, and that is going to be the number 93 of Brandon. I see he's able to pop in. Let's see how he's doing. Hey, Brandon, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Hey, Brandon, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, copy.
All right, bud, look at you, able to bring home a P3 here tonight. Congratulations, bud. How are you feeling here?
Good. That was it was a great race. Willie just ended up getting a better pit stop than me and getting a little track position, so we couldn't keep up. But it was a great race.
It definitely was a great race and great battles all night long. We've seen you up front. The different pit strategy y'all had going on here. Looking back at the pits, how challenging it was it for you guys to get in and out of this pit road here tonight?
Well, it seemed pretty tough for some guys, but once I seen the leader Willie duck in, I just jumped in behind him, and it seemed to work pretty well. But he seemed to get in and out a little bit faster than me, and that's what got the win tonight.
It definitely was a crazy battle going, off of pit road, and I'm looking at the differences right now, and yeah, it was just out of the whole pit road, it took Willie 42.3, took you 47.5, and that right there, that got you, the couple second difference, and it was those little things make a big difference, and hopefully next week from a podium, maybe we could see you either second place or get yourself a win next week. What you think?
Yeah, let's hope we just got to go into the next race with a little bit better pit strategy, and we'll go from there.
Heck yeah. Well, bud, who do you got to give a big shout out to that made this machine possible here tonight?
Well, I just really got to thank Jason Rushing for putting on this league. It's been awesome. I've only been in it for about 2 weeks now, but a lot of great guys, a lot of great racing. So I look forward to the rest of the season.
Heck yeah. Well, Brandon, I hope you have a great night. You stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you. All right, that is Brandon there. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I know the scoreboard is going to be kind of messed up here. Some odd reason I found out last night that the scoreboard here for the race winner doesn't have the background for some odd reason, but we are going to talk to Willie here. Let's see how Willie's doing. Hey, Willie, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All
Loud and
right.
clear.
But look at you in the Cheetos machine, able to bring home the win tonight. Congratulations, bud. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. You know, I gotta thank Brandon and Steven. You know, they all, you know, a couple more laps Steven would have got me. I used up all my tires trying to stay up front, and it just great racing overall.
It definitely was great racing, and watching you know, the different strategies going on, the different things that were happening, and you're able to overcome all the challenges, you know, the lap traffic being involved. You know, tell me about that, especially the last, let's say, 20 so laps. How nervous was it knowing that you had company right behind you, but you also had company in front of you, and you had to figure out the best way to get around these lap traffic and also not mess up your race, knowing that you have somebody trying to race you down? What was going through your mind through all that?
Basically, not a caution. Hopefully, there wasn't a caution coming out. But all these guys, you know, that I was racing against, putting them a lap down. You know, they're clean drivers. I respect them a lot, and you know, I do the same thing. I'd pull out of the way, just you know, because that's just how it should be, right?
Heck yeah, and it definitely was. You definitely had. There's a lot of respect I've noticed here going in tonight. You know, to get out of the way, especially a small track. It is tricky to get out of the way here, and they were able to do it. And overall, look at you bringing the hot Flamin' Cheetos machine into victory lane, and man, you can't beat that. I hope you're eating some Cheetos right now, bud.
Oh, I'll probably run out to the gas station in a little bit to pick me some up.
Well, but who do you got to give a big shout out to that made this thing possible here tonight?
You know, shout out Jay for putting this league on, and you know, my wife, my kids, all the drivers that's racing in this Monday series. You know, I respect them a lot. Shout out to them. You know, shout out to you for covering tonight's race, and especially the Cheetos, especially Chester up on the hood.
Well, Willie, congratulations, bud. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe out there, and we will see you later on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Willie Smith. I do apologize. I'll have to fix that tonight. Some reason the scoreboard is messed up on there for your race winner. But I hope everybody enjoyed the show, and I hope you all have a great night. Sorry for all the issues I've had today. It's just been one crazy, hectic day, and I definitely butchered the radio. So I apologize for that. But otherwise, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back live Sunday night for the Twisted Chassis League. But don't forget, we'll be back live on Mondays. Also here once again, if you want to see some crazy mini stock racing, stay tuned at 7:50 p.m. Eastern on Mondays to see some crazy action. We want to say thank you everybody for tuning in, especially all of you out there watching. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for that. Other than that, stay safe, have a great night, and we'll see everybody later on.
Have you ever questioned the world around you? Secret societies, UFOs, hidden agendas, cover-ups that stretch back decades. Join us as we follow the clues and dig deeper than ever before. This is Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, where conspiracy theories come to life. Tune in if you dare. Visit rabbitholepodcast.com and subscribe on YouTube for free today.